On today's interview with Sergeant Olori, our refreshing sponsors, Pepsi, have made it possible for us to sit with our next guest. So crack open an ice cold Pepsi and sit back because it's going to be a bumper one. So some of the housemates call him Wakanda or Black Panther, though he's a producer, songwriter, and musician. Please make me welcome the 11th evicted housemate of the Bbnaija Season 6 Shine Your High House, which is Michael.
Thank you for having me.
I just called you Black Panther, Wakanda, like you're supposed to give it the...
No, I'll give it the one from the house.
Okay.
As you can see, everywhere.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
It's really great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm really excited to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So, Michael, you came later to the show, and I mean, this was after most of the housemates have been in the show in the house for about 2 weeks. Yeah. So, how did this affect your overall game?
Well, from the perspective of my own output, it didn't really affect me at all. But I think, in a way, it kind of affected my impact with the fans of the show. Because at that point, they already picked their favorites. So last, I'll be favorite part 2 or part B. I would have never been their favorite, you understand? So I think it affected me in that way for sure.
So from the minute you walked into the house, you and Jackie B became very close. So was this something you were cool with or you feel it's forced?
No, I was cool with it because, you know, I went for it, you understand? I was attracted to her, you understand? I was intrigued, so I followed up. I was investigating to see why I was so attracted to her. So, and I found out later on.
You found out what?
I found out why I was attracted to her.
Why you were interested in her? Okay.
Yeah.
So, is this the reason why you tried to end things immediately after about a week? Because you and Jackie B had like a back and forth in your relationship. So you guys wanted to end it like in a week. Yeah. Was there anything that really, happened?
No, honestly, hindsight is 20/20. Like when you're going through something, you can't really see clearly because you're in it. But once time passes, you're able to kind of soar over it and see it for what it is. I think the house is just a weird environment. I don't understand. I don't really know how to explain it. It's something that you may know, you may have a good idea of what it's like, but you're not really gonna know exactly what it's like. It's like pregnancy, like Tega made an example of that. You can explain it, but you may not really understand it until you actually go through it. It's a weird environment, so emotions go high, go low, then they go high again. It could be very weird, and it's not normal circumstances. So I think that was the main reason of the back and forth, because attraction was there. Obviously, we both care about each other, but the circumstances were weird. And we always had in the back of our mind, like, is this even real? Like, is it just because we're in the house? Maybe we just need a companion. So it was always inevitable for us to see what happens outside, which is the ... to be continued when she comes outside.
When she comes out of the house.
Exactly.
I like that. When you got evicted on Sunday, you left the house as the richest housemate.
Yeah.
Remember you spent about 3 weeks in the house.
Yeah.
And you left the house with about 4.7 million.
Yeah.
Winning the highest money was about 2.5 from the Pepsi show. Remember?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so all right, I just had to remind you, just in case. So how does that make you feel that you have achieved so much in little time?
It just shows, it shows grace, like there's grace upon my life, and also it shows my work ethic. It shows my focus, my determination, and my ability to carry out tasks. You understand? So I'm highly grateful, for the time that I was there. I believe I maximized my time in there for sure. You understand? I know in the house I had like the lowest Bbnaija. Like everyone was stacking because they had like 2 weeks head start.
Yes.
But I had the lowest Bbnaija, but I didn't care because I had the most naira. You get? So, you feel me? So it worked out. It was good.
I'm actually happy for you, though.
Thank you.
You won the Pepsi challenge, and which happened a day before you left the house.
Exactly.
Winning the top money, which was 2.5 million. As a single housemate in the house, but that was really dope and that was really huge. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
From me to you.
Thank you very much.
So you're gonna give me some money?
Send account.
I will, definitely. All right, so was there any reason why you didn't give out your money before you left the house?
My Bbnaija?
Yes.
I'm telling you, I had the lowest. I didn't have any money.
But you didn't give any of the housemates your money. You didn't, like when you left the house.
I didn't have balance. I spent, because I had a feeling. It's weird, I wanted to stay, but I had a feeling. So it was intuition, and I always go with my intuition. So I figured I just spent all my money on supplies like food, and then I gave my food to my people. You understand?
Which people in the house?
Well, honestly, I gave all my food to Rose because that's my G, that's my best friend in the house. You understand? And I also knew she wasn't gonna hog the supplies. She will free the palliatives. You understand? And she also looked out for me a few times. She looked out for me with money. She looked out for me with supplies like bread. These are not a big deal on the outside, but inside the house, bread, noodles, sardines, it's a big deal. So she looked out for me, so I reciprocated it. I gave it back, you understand?
Awesome. So I'm going to ask of course, I'm sure you know that this question is coming. Why didn't you give your stuff to Jackie?
To Jackie? I mean, that was cliche, man. And Jackie has supplies too. I mean, they both have supplies, but I just, with Rose, it was different because that was my homie. Like, our part of the locker room, like the dressing area, I called it the mansion community because all of us were balling. We had money. We had the highest, because I was the richest in my time, and Rose was number 2. Yeah. And like a couple people that were in that same section. So that's why I called it the mansion, like Banana Island in the house, you understand? So, but she also looked out for me, like in a real way, supplies. It's not that Jackie didn't either, but if I was to compare, which is kind of messed up, so I didn't even want to make it a big deal. So, and Rose was also in my room, and she was like my bed mate. Like she was like my neighbor. My bed was here, hers was there. So, and that was my best friend in the house for sure. So it was an easy decision. Nothing against Jackie, obviously. Like, of course. You understand? So I just gave it to Rose.
So talking about Liquorose, Jackie B, and every other housemate in the house, who would you miss most?
That's a good question, man. I'll miss all of them. Not to be political, but I really would miss all of them, but for different reasons. I'll miss Liquor because it's my G. I mean, I could have her around all day. You understand? True. And I'll miss Jackie, obviously. Yeah. You know why. And I'll miss all the guys that I started getting close with. You understand? Like in my last 2 weeks, we started forming bonds, man. Like real deal. Like J. Paul, cool guy. Funny enough, I'll miss Angel too, contrary to popular belief. Like that's also one of my G's. If I'd stayed longer in the house, you guys would have seen that friendship blossom a lot more because we started getting closer. But
you guys were closer in the game. I mean, I'm thinking about you and Angel. Like you guys were closer in the game. Yeah, for sure. Yes, for sure. And I would like to have a relationship with her outside as well. I'd like to be friends. I think she's a deep person. I think she has a lot to say. And I also think she's a leader. She's one of the leaders in her generation, for sure. That's a strong woman, man. Like, forget the facade. I tease her about that all the time. Like, all that is facade, man. And she's young. She's 21. She's 21, yes. Imagine her at 25, 30. You feel me? She has a lot of growth to do, and I could see where she's going. And she's cool, man. She's good people, for sure. Awesome. An ice cold Pepsi will make everything even better than better. So grab yourself a Pepsi and stay glued to hers, and we'll be right back.
Sweet.
So let's have one. Let's have a drink.
Cool.
Whoosh. I like the sound.
I like that. I got free supply for a year.
Yeah. Cheers to that, man.
So there's gonna be a lot of Pepsi in my crib.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks.
So there was something again we also noticed in the house. You're really quite an emotional person. When it comes to things that has to do with you or things around you, you become quite emotional. So was this part of your strategy?
I've been hearing this strategy thing. I honestly, honest to God, I didn't have a strategy going inside. Maybe indirectly I did because I went inside just to be myself. Maybe that's a strategy as well. If that's a strategy, then yes, that was my strategy. But as far as like trying to be emotional or like, okay, maybe if I'm emotional, it's gonna work. No, it was none of that. Even sometimes I feel like, because the only reason why the cameras caught it is because I didn't have anywhere else to go. You feel me? Like on normal circumstances, I'll probably just go outside, down the street, maybe go to the beach, or, but there was nowhere else to go. So it made it inflated. And that's what I mean by the house is weird, man. It's like a magnifying glass. Like it brings something that's small like that. If the camera focuses on it, like if you have like a closed lens, like a close-up lens, it'll fill the whole screen. It'll make it seem like it's just massive when it's just that, you understand? So the house has an effect like that. But yeah, I'm definitely in touch with my emotions. I'm not gonna form hard man. You feel me? Like I'm not a gorilla. I'm not a like if it's time to get busy, if it's time to get down, I'm not backing down from anything. Don't get it twisted. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to just form like this. Like I'm a cool guy, man. And if I want to express myself, I will. You feel me?
Awesome. So, of course, you are a musician, a producer, and also a songwriter. So, do you think your sojourn into the Big Brother house will actually boost your career?
Oh yeah, big time. I already see it. And I'm only getting. I just got out the house like 2 days ago or something like that, and it's already mad. So I can imagine out of the house 1 year or 5 years.
6 months.
6 months. You understand?
Because I actually remember one of your diary sessions with Biggie. You know, you actually, like, I think towards the end of your session, you told Biggie that, can you please play your song?
Yeah.
You know, and he played your song.
Yeah, man.
So, how did you feel? Like, how did you feel?
Like I told you, I made my request. I'm not going to bite my tongue. I'll make my request last. Let me just state my intentions. Yeah. Try. But to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen. Like, because why? I'm not special. You feel me? He doesn't owe me that. So I just let it be known, and I honestly forgot about it. That's why if you watch the clip, I was surprised. I was like, wait, that's my song.
Exactly. That's my song. Like everyone, oh yeah, that's my song. That you went around and was telling people.
It was crazy, man. Because I produced it as well. So the first thing I heard was the beat. I was like, wait, that sounds familiar. And then I heard like one more second of it. I was like, yo, that's my song. So he definitely caught me by surprise. It was a pleasant surprise, and I'm forever grateful for that, for sure.
So your relationship with Jackie B seemed to be somewhat of a roller coaster ride of sorts. So why did you go back to ask her to officially be your girlfriend? And do you also see any future with Jackie B?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was a roller coaster because the house is weird, man. One day you're going to think one thing, and then it's going to be another thing. And in the meantime, everything is hyper inflated. Like, you may feel like I don't want to talk to you. You know, if you feel like you don't want to talk to someone, but you don't really mean it, it's just
for that period.
You get the house will magnify that, and next thing you know, you haven't talked to that person for like 3 days.
True.
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. But as far as the attraction is still there, and that's the thing. Every time we fought, we always came back closer than before we fought. You understand? So I definitely took note of that, and I know that's a good sign. Is leading towards the right direction. So yeah, when she comes outside, we'll see how it goes.
Let's see how it goes.
To be continued.
To be continued.
Yeah.
Who's gonna produce that?
You want to
be continued?
Maybe Don Jazzy.
Allow Sergeant Olori let you in on a little secret. So there was a conversation Jackie had with Maria about you, and she said that she doesn't see herself having sex with you, or see you as a father to her son. So do you think that she's pretending, or do you think those shoes are a little ambitious for her to expect you to feel?
Well, I can't really speak for her. She may or may not mean it, but from my perspective, I don't think she means it.
Okay.
I don't think she can say it with her full chest. She could probably say it with her throat, like the top, her collarbone, but she can't say that with a full chest for sure. And also in the second part about being a father figure, like that's another thing. That's a touchy thing for me because as long as the child's father is alive, you know, I'll rather him, you feel me? I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I'd rather be his G. Like if I'm his G, like his big homie, big bro type vibes, cool. But he already has a father. He doesn't need me to be a father figure per se. But as far as the first part, cap.
All right, so let's talk about Peace for a minute. You know, after your first fight with Jackie, you seemed very pretty close with Peace and all. But it all fell apart when you mended things back with Jackie B. So what was really going on between you and Peace at that time?
Yeah, I think people have a misconception about me and Peace. It's tempting to look at me and Peace and say, oh yeah, they got something going on and they should, you know, further that thing. Because there's definitely attraction between me and Peace for sure. Like, she's a good looking woman. I'm a good looking man. So just off that alone, there will definitely be some type of attraction. But Peace is my homie, like my close homie. Like she's my G. She's one of my G's in the house, you understand? And she's like one of my closest confidants as well. But some people may not believe that. And I don't know what else to do because it's not like I'm saying one thing and doing another. Like what I'm saying is what I was doing. And I did it for 4 weeks. Like last, I have endurance to form, which I really don't. Like in real life, I'm not forming at all. So if I wanted to do things with Peace, I would have done things with Peace.
In
like
the house.
Nothing was stopping me at all. So the fact that I didn't, it should show you what it was with me and Peace, you understand? And she reciprocated the same thing as well. Like Peace will tell you the same thing. And it's for real. Like a a lot of people don't believe us, but at this point, I'm like, las just believe what you want to believe, man.
All right. So, name any housemates you consider as your biggest competition.
Biggest competition. In the context of like winning the money.
Winning the money, yes, sure.
Oh, in that context, I'll say my bestie, Liquorose, and WHITEMONEY. Yeah.
Awesome.
Those are the two I want to win, by the way. I want there to be a tie. Yeah, I want there to be, because WHITEMONEY's my statesman.
Yeah, 042.
Yeah.
Hey.
Are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
Actually understand the code. When you walked into the house and you introduced yourself, hey guys, my name is Michael. Yeah. I'm from a legal state. I was like, 042.
Yeah, for sure. So he's my statesman, so I'm biased, you understand? I want to see that win come home.
Yeah.
And also he's cool as well, but I wouldn't say we're like tight because it's in the context of the house, and we'll see how it goes. If it's the same energy outside the house, then for sure. Liquorose is like my best friend in the house, and I think she could be my best friend in real life as well. Too. So just off the merit of that, I definitely want her to win as well. Yeah. Okay,
so are you planning to further things with Jackie B once she's out of the house?
Yeah. I started a new trend today. Yeah. So you know how this friendship, situationship, relationship. I created a new ship.
What's this?
It's called loading ship.
Loading ship.
Loading ship.
Loading
yes.
ship.
That's what we're in. We're in the loading ship because it's ... Like it's to be continued.
Like I said, you need to produce the song for me now.
Don Jazzy, holla at me, man. I can hear your beat on that song.
All right. Yeah. All right. So if you have any chance to get back into the house, what would you do differently?
I think as far as my output, I would damn near do the same thing and just keep riding what I was, like the wave I was on. Because if I stayed more weeks, if I started from the beginning and stayed like 1 or 2 more weeks, it would be way more than 4.7 because I wouldn't have stopped winning.
Sure.
You understand? Because I wouldn't have stopped giving my all, you understand, with every task. So if I was to change one thing, it would be to come in with the rest of the guys, like on the first day, the first night, you understand?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what are your plans outside the Big Brother house?
So I'm definitely going to keep doing music for as long as I can, as long as God gives me life and the ability to do it, for sure. But there's gonna come a point in time where I'll transition from actively doing music to being like a label head, you understand? Because I'm most interested in providing opportunities to upcoming artists, artists of all kinds, music, film, fashion, even sports eventually, for sure. Because the one major thing I've noticed coming back home, I haven't been back for up to a year, but the things that I've seen, mind blowing. Talent choke. And the only one thing that's missing is like financial backing, exposure, just, things like that. So I have a creative agency called Sunday's View, and I'm gonna eventually start signing talents all throughout Africa, but beginning at home in Nigeria. And I'm only looking for those that they're ready, like they're just ready. All they need is that backing. You understand? So I'm ready to share my platform. I know my platform is going to continue to grow. I know, I'm getting money now. I'm going to get more money. God willing, it's going to continue to grow. So what I'm focused on is dispersing it, like giving people what they need to blow. Because just an opportunity can change their family line forever. Like this, they could have been in generation after generation of no opportunity, poverty. But just one opportunity to showcase your talent, it's on and popping. So I would like to play that role. I would like to add into the people like Don Jazzy, like he's doing the same thing. I would like to add my name and my contributions into that realm and provide opportunities for creatives. All
right. So who is your role model?
Oh yeah, the Don.
Because you've mentioned Don Jazzy.
No, he's the
several
guy.
Times.
He's the GOAT.
I'm just trying to okay.
He's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time in this Nigerian music space.
All right, so my final question before we leave, who would you like to see win this season?
That's another trend that I started today.
Okay.
If you see it online, you know where it came from. Okay. I want Liquor Money to win.
Liquor what?
Liquor Money. I want there to be a tie and shine your eye.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what I would like. Awesome. But if not, if White wins it, cool. Shout out 042 Cold City. If Liquor wins it, shout out to my bestie, you understand?
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, so there you have it as we come to the end of another super interview brought to you by Pepsi. So we shall be saying our goodbyes, but first of all, we'll be hearing from Michael. Any words for your fans out there?
Oh yeah, first of all, drink Pepsi, quench your thirst. You understand?
Yeah.
But yeah, big shout out to my fans, man. First and foremost, I didn't realize I had fans. I didn't expect to have fans because of how I came into the game. I thought I would just come in there, maximize my opportunity, and go out and figure it out. But I actually came out to love. I came out to real deal love. So shout out to all the samurais out there, man. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys, for real. Like, this is not the cliche, shout out to my fans, shout out to my fans. Like, real deal, shout out to y'all, man, because I didn't expect you guys. You guys are a pleasant surprise. I really appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you being on this ride with me, and let's take it all the way, man, for real.
All right, guys, so that is it from me, Sergeant Olori, and I will see you guys later. So from me, it's from Michael, it's what? Goodbye.
Peace.
Wakanda.
As you can see, everywhere choke.